Hi family, welcome back to the channel. I pray each and every one of you guys is doing well today. So today, what God is saying is remember his promises, okay? Remember the things that he has spoken to you about, all right? And you know what those are. And how this message came about, I was at home and I was doing some cleaning, and you know, I just looked somewhere, you know, and I saw something that I had purchased. All right, I saw something that I had purchased, and I mean, it stopped me dead in my tracks. It stopped me dead in my tracks because when I saw it, I remember God's promise. I remember the reason why I got it. I remember the thing that God had spoken to me about, right? And it was just his way of bringing that back to my remembrance, okay? For some of you guys, God will tell you, okay? God will tell you to purchase something that will represent his promise. God will tell you to even just have a picture of something that represents his promise. Just you will have a picture of something in a place where you can see it, okay? You can see it all the time, right? This particular item of mine was not in a place that I could see all the time. So that's why it stopped me in my track. It was tucked away. I mean, so far away that when I saw it, I was like, whoa, okay. You know, and that's what God will do. He will have you, like I said, collect. This could be an item, a tangible item. This could be a photograph. This could be something that when you see it, you will remember what God had spoken to you. Okay, we see this in Genesis. Okay, Genesis 9, the covenant that God made with Noah, right? It says, whenever the rainbow, Genesis 9 verse 16, it says, whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth. Okay, the rainbow, anytime you see it, you're supposed to remember the covenant that God made, all right? So that's what God does, friends. He will allow you to collect something, so every time you see it, you will remember that which he had promised you. God knows that you will find yourself in a season where you start to doubt his promise. You may find yourself in a season where you're questioning, oh my gosh, did God really say? Did he really say? Was it him? Was he the reason why I did that? Was he the reason why I did? You know what I mean? He knows you'll be in a season where you start to doubt. So that's why he'll tell you to collect these things. So anytime you see it, you will be reminded of what he had said. You'll be reminded, because sometimes he knows. We'll push the promise at the very back because we don't think it's gonna happen. We don't think, you know. It's almost like we think, well, we created it in our minds, right? And so when you see that thing, it's supposed to remind you, like, wait a minute, I did not do that on my own accord. I would never do that on my own accord, okay? And for some of you guys, you know, God may promise you a child, and so he tells you, okay, go to the store and pick up a pacifier. Go to the store and pick up a pacifier. Mind you, you do not have the child yet. You don't have the child, but every time you see that pacifier is supposed to remind you of the promised child that God has for you. All right? And the sky's the limit of the things that God can tell you to pick up or do or get that will remind you of his promise. But I'm here to just share with you. God is saying, don't forget the things he told you. Don't forget it. If he promised it to you, he's gonna come through for you. Okay? If he said it, he's gonna do it. If he said it, he's gonna do it. If he said it, he's gonna do it. Hallelujah. All right? So God just wanted me to come here because apparently people are forgetting some things. Okay? Apparently people are forgetting the things that he had spoken, and so I am here as a friendly reminder. God is saying, don't forget it. Hold tight. Hold on to it tight. Tight, tight, tight. Don't forget it. Because he's not going to speak a word to you and not deliver, okay? He's not going to speak a word to you and not deliver. So hold tight to his promise and watch him bring that promise to fruition. All right, friends, take care.